forgive yourself. Forgive them. Let the person go. Whenever you're hurt, cry. Tears doesn't mean you're weak. Tears doesn't. Instead of you to tackle it at that moment and settle that issue, you instead you focus on other things. You just shift your attention to some other thing, and at the end of the day, you find out that you are not healed. It takes a lot of people to accept the fact that okay, me and this person are no longer together. Okay, but you're not the problem of the problem. That kind of talk. You just let the person be. Hi guys, welcome to 31 Generation Woman with Tepuzo, where we encourage, empower and equip women with the right qualities just like God wants them to. If this is your first time, do well to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when any of our videos is posted. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. So for today's episode on our series Healing Heart Wounds, we'll be listing the processes you take to get healed properly. Last week we spoke more on the introduction. We don't talk randomly about what this series is going to be about. So for today we'll start listing the steps you need to take, or the very, very important steps you need to take for you to get healed properly, because you can actually be healed and you not be healed properly. Like the healing will not be permanent, or it might be temporary, or it might not like be the way you should get healed, but there's a way you can get healed and you'll be totally fine. So today we'll start by listing those processes. So the first thing you need to do for you to heal properly, to heal genuinely, to heal the right way, is first of all grieve. Grieve, like cry. What I mean by grieve is cry. Yeah, you need to cry. Like most people, don't pretend to be strong, because actually it's not easy. It's hurts in your heart. So if whenever you're hurt, cry. Tears doesn't mean you're weak. Tears doesn't mean you're not strong. Tears is not meant for a particular gender alone. Tears is not meant for kids or for babies alone. Adults to cry when it's very hard on you, cry. And one of the reasons is because crying, tears is actually healing to you. So when you cry something out, you feel better in a way. Not that it's going to be permanent, but you just feel better at the moment. So like cry it out. Ensure you cry to your satisfaction. Pick, like I was saying last week, pick a day, pick a time. Just ensure you cry like it's necessary. Don't just pretend to be strong. Oh, I'm strong. I'm not there to cry. The thing there is one of the things I notice with all those kind of people that pretend like it's not that painful. I'm not going to cry. I'm too strong. Is that what eventually happens is that they postpone this, so they intentionally shift the pain, put the attention elsewhere. Maybe they decided to focus on something else and leave the pain at the moment. So instead of you to tackle it at that moment and settle that issue, you instead focus on other things. You just shift your attention to some other things, and at the end of the day, you find out that you are not healed. You just kept that hurt at a particular place in your heart, and whenever you remember the situation, you still feel the pain. But if you tackle it at that moment, you cry yourself out, cry everything out, you feel much better. So, and the best place, like I recommend you crying when you go to God, like when at that point when you're hurt. Because I feel the safest place for you to cry, for you to be yourself. Maybe you don't want to cry in front of somebody. It is also fine. The safest place, in fact, the safest place to cry or to pour out your problems and your issues is in God's presence. When you go to God. Sometimes when you go to God's presence, you don't have to go say a word. You just stay there and crying alone does a lot to you. You don't have to go and you're done talking over. So sometimes don't go there and cry. When you're done, you cry, you clean your eyes and you leave. It's also part of prayer. There's a reason why most times when you're worshiping God, you're doing something, you cry. So if you go to God's presence and you just like, and that's the best, because one of the reasons why I recommend crying in God's presence, because whenever you cry or you go to God's presence, you don't just come out the same. So if you go there to cry, at the end of the day, He comforts you. And if maybe there are certain things maybe you're supposed to learn from that particular situation in your life, He begins to bring it to your notice, bring it to your mind, and you find out that okay, during the process when this one was happening, maybe He warned you initially, you just chose to ignore it. He now said, okay, I warned you about this. These are the signs I gave you and all those things. Like at the end of the day, you feel comforted when you come out of this. So after crying, your soul is healed and you also feel comforted, also comforts you. So crying in God's presence is the question with you. Then the number 2 thing that you need to do for you to heal properly and heal genuinely is for you to accept it. accept it. This is funny enough, it just sounds like just accept it. People just feel it. But sometimes it takes a lot for people to accept the fact that okay, me and this person are no longer together. Okay, this person actually did this to me. Okay, this person like some people cannot just wrap their mind around the fact that okay, I won't be with this person again and all those. Because it's in this stage that you start feeling like if I'm not with this person, am I going to find somebody else that will be better than this person? So you try to keep going back to the person, begging the person, which automatically you're not, because when you actually try maybe first, second, at least third time, you're supposed to move on. If the person said it's no longer, you're not the problem, I'm the problem, that kind of talk, you just let the person be and all that. But if you keep some people persist, keep disturbing to the point where it become a nuisance, become a problem to the person. It's like there's something like how that it face, there's how it makes you look like. It makes you look like, makes the person feel so special, which actually the person is special. Like, person is supposed to feel special, but you make the person feel like the person is so important to your life that without the person in your life, you'll be worthless. You get my point? So accept it. Accept the fact that okay, this person is gone. Accept the fact that okay, this person did this thing to me. Accept the fact that okay, this person, I might not be with this person again. Like, you get. So accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Then the third thing you need to do to heal properly and genuinely is to forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive the person. Like, you need to forgive. When I say you should forgive yourself, but some people get to the point where they begin to blame themselves, especially when you go to God and he began to tell you that okay, at some point I actually warned you about this person, I told you not to go ahead. Why did you go ahead? It's going to comfort you at that point, but some people can't just get over the fact that they actually were so foolish enough to still go ahead with that person. So they won't want to forgive them, so they'll keep blaming themselves and why they were so foolish and all that. Then secondly, forgive the person. Let the person go. Let the person go. Forgive the person. Most times, like, you don't force people to be with you. When you beg people, you force people to be with you, you end up forcing them to keep being with you. You don't force people to accept that they were wrong. I'm talking based on if it was maybe the person, somebody did something bad to you. You don't force people to make them know that they were wrong. You don't force people to let them know they were wrong. They have to agree to the fact that they were wrong. So if they refuse to agree to the fact that okay, they hurt you or they were wrong, or they refuse to come back to you, then you just forgive them. Let it go. When I'm talking about forgiving yourself and forgiving them, it is for your own good. You're not doing it because of them. It is for your own. But when you keep keeping them in your heart and all that, you keep keeping them in your heart, it makes you not move forward. You'll be restricted to do certain things because whenever you see them, you still feel hurt. Whenever you see them or you remember what they did to you, you just begin to get angry and get pissed and all that. But when you decide to forgive them and decide to forgive yourself, you feel a whole lot better. So like, forgive yourself, forgive them. Last week during our introduction, I was saying that when somebody hurts you, you're caught up in between paying good for evil or paying evil for evil. So it is during these stages, these 3 early stages of you grieving, that's you accepting it and you forgiving them, that you get to decide what you want to do. You get to decide if you want to be a bad person or if you want to be a good person. Because like I was saying last week, hurt changes you. When you are hurt, you change, and you either change for good or for bad. Because another thing is that hurt reveals the person that you are. So some people are hurt if they are a very wicked person or they don't take shit. When they are hurt, like those traces tends to come out. But if this person is a very nice person, a good person, so when you are hurt, the person is still good regardless. So when you are hurt, and most people when they are hurt, like it just changes you automatically. The decisions you take within these 3 stages is what determines if you'll be a good person or not. If after you are done crying, you now say that you're going to deal with the person, or you now decided that you're going to pay back. And some people will go as far as saying they're going to pay back, even if they are not able to hurt the person. They get in a relationship with somebody else and they hurt the person, and they don't feel remorseful about it because they felt, okay, if somebody did it to me, then it's not really bad for me to do it to somebody else. So you get like, then it's also during the stage of you accepting it. After you get to that point where they refuse to accept the fact that this person has gone, this person hurt me, and they keep disturbing, they keep persisting, or keep carrying the hurt in their heart, and that thing alone can make them not move on. Or if somebody else far better than the person that hurt them comes into their life, they decide not to accept the person. Why? Because they are still hurt. Why? Because they've not healed from it. Or they even decide to go as far as hurting the person after accepting it, they hurt the person because they decided to carry around the baggages from their past relationship, decided to carry the hurt from their past relationship into their present relationship. Then thirdly, forgive. Some people refuse to forgive themselves, and thereby they don't move on. They refuse to forgive the person that hurt them, and thereby they don't move on. So if you forgive yourself, you'll be able to accept the fact that you're actually better, that everybody make mistakes, that everybody, and you're not above mistake. So forgive yourself. If you also forgive the person, you also learn to accept that there's somebody way better than this person that's going to come into your life, that is going to do better things, way better than that. There's going to be far better than this person that just hurt you. So for today, we'll be talking about just these 3 stages. For next week, we'll continue our series. I hope you got something today. And also, if you've not subscribed, please do also subscribe to this channel so you get updates about this series, this interesting series we're having this period. So thank you very much. See you on the next episode. Bye.